So The Visitor, man, when I heard about this, I thought it was going to be about aliens or something.
Yeah, I did too. The way y'all were telling me, you got to go see this movie. I was like, oh shit, it's going to be something with dark glasses and Area 51.
You thought it was Nana Visitor from Deep Space Nine?
You always
Geek
gotta,
reference!
I know,
See,
you always
I
gotta-
think you should let him go home.
I know. What the hell are you doing, man? You just ruined the whole flow. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. No,
There's no flow.
Nana Visitor. God damn.
I don't even know what that is.
Of course not, because you're not a high quality person like myself.
What,
who
high
watches
quality
Deep Space
as
Nine.
nerd like you on Deep Sea? Take that shit on somewhere else now. No, what we got here is some good human drama. Who is the actor in this movie?
Richard Jenkins.
Richard Jenkins.
And now I know him mostly. I mean, he's a character actor. You've seen a lot of things. But I know him mostly from being the dad on 6 Feet Under.
I think that's where a lot of people know him. But I don't watch 6 Feet Under. I haven't seen too many episodes.
It's like the greatest show ever made.
Oh, I know. People have told me. I got it on my list of box sets to get when I have the time to watch it. I'm sure it's a great show. I'm sure he's great in it. I've known him from only a couple of comedic roles, and I've seen him before.
Sure.
And everybody has seen this guy. You've seen him several times. If you see me, be like, yeah, I know that guy. But in this movie, it's a very dramatic role for him. He plays a professor, right? Named Walter, and he's just kind of having a hard time with his life. What's going on? Okay, I got into the movie late. What is wrong with this guy?
Well, his wife has died recently.
So what?
And I mean, he's gotten where he's supposed to be writing a book, so he's cut back on his workload in classes. Where they're like, you only teach one class now. Well, I know. I'm trying to finish my book. Leave me alone. But he's not really working on it. And
He's chasing tail like Corey would be doing if his wife.
Yeah, my wife had died. Yeah, I'd be out there the next day. I'd be at the funeral. And the next day, I'd be like, well, life goes on.
they
Next
force
day.
him. He lives in Connecticut, but they force him to go to a conference in New York to present.
Okay, that's where I came in because when I got there, when I got into the movie, when he arrived in New York, there was a couple in his apartment.
Right.
I don't know because I thought, what did they break in and he's being cool with that?
That's where you came in. Okay,
yeah, it's a
yeah.
real estate scam or something, right?
No, nothing like that. Well, maybe it is a scam. Like they got scammed by their friend. Like they must have known a guy who had broken in and told them, "Oh, I know a place you guys can stay. You can stay at one of my apartments. It's cool." He walks into this apartment that he owns, that he pays rent on, for the last 20 years. And suddenly there's this couple there. The girl's naked in the bathtub. The boyfriend wants to beat him up.
I'm so sorry, I missed that now.
They get it all straightened out, and they're all like, "Oh, we're so sorry. We'll leave." And he's kind of like, "Well."
And the couple we must mention here, the guy's Syrian.
Yeah, he's from Syria, and the girl's from Senegal.
Okay, that's where she's from. All right, because you can tell he's kind of light skinned, but sort of has an Arab look to him.
Okay,
and the girl is very dark.
Okay, I don't know if you thought this, but did he look like an Arab Andre 3000 to you? Because that's all I kept thinking about every time I looked at him.
No, it's I did not see that, but I mean, I'm running through my head. Maybe if I see it again.
Yeah,
but yeah. So this young couple that is obviously they're from a different country. They have nowhere else to go when he kicks them out. So he feels bad about it.
Yeah,
and he goes and says, "If you really need some place to stay, come on in."
Right. Yeah. He lets them stay with him, and like the guy's very nice and friendly. They feel embarrassed that they were living in his house for the most part.
Yeah, they're nice people.
And the African girl, she just I want to say she's mean. I mean, like the guy's being really nice and cool to them, and she just gives him like the evil eye at every turn. But luckily, the boyfriend is really cool, and this guy, he wanted to learn how to play piano. He couldn't, but
I knew he wanted to learn how to play the piano. He's shitty.
You missed the beginning with the piano teacher, because one of the ways it opened was with a piano teacher trying to teach him how to play, and he just told her like, "Well, I'm not going to continue." She's like, "Oh, you give up the piano?" He's like, "No."
Because she's probably thinking, "Good."
Yeah, she was
you
like,
"Need to play the triangle."
Yeah, she's like, "Well, I ain't trying to be mean, but at your age."
Because he's 60. He's like 63 in the movie.
Yeah, she's like, "Look, if you decide to sell that piano, let me know."
In other words, you might be confined to just playing the skin flute or something. Now, this couple, he brings him in. He becomes really, because you're right. The girl is very standoffish.
Yeah,
but the guy, the Syrian guy, they form a bond. Tariq, that's his name.
Yeah,
and the way they form a bond is that he goes and plays the drum, the African drum, with a group of friends, and he says, you should play this.
Yeah,
you can't play the fucking piano, so he must play his drum.
Right, but he's a friendly guy who plays professionally, semi-professionally. Teaches Walter to play it.
He plays a drum professionally. That still blows me away. Oh, well, you are master of that drum.
Come on, man. He's reduced to one drum. I'm thinking of the guy who can't play the piano.
I mean, if you aren't even using sticks, you ain't the master of shit. I'm sorry. It's like smoke some pot, get a drum. You can do.
Hey man, he's able to teach an old white guy how to play in 2 days. So how hard can it really
there
be?
you go. Exactly.
I really want to tell you should be more culturally sensitive right now.
Yeah.
But he's got a point.
But you have a point. I didn't even think about it. Now I'm thinking like this untalented son of a bitch in here. But
No, I was thinking about that. Like when he goes to his gig and he's all dressed up, he's really getting into it. Next to the bass player and the saxophone player, and it's like, dude, you're the one who's really into it, and you're just hitting a drum with your hands. I mean,
the saxophone player's like, will you shut the fuck up with this drum over here? I can't play because of your drum beating
do that
ass.
shit on my legs when I'm listening to my iPod on the city bus.
Unless you in Africa cooking up another human being in a pot, you don't need to be playing that drum like this.
Oh man,
I'm talking about you being culturally sensitive.
I know.
I feel really bad for saying it. I'm sorry, y'all. But
in Africa, they don't cook people in pots.
Yeah, those are South Americans you're thinking of.
They're too busy having civil wars and killing people for diamonds to do something like that.
They don't cook them, they eat them raw.
So Idi Amin, I think, used a stove.
So anyway, what this movie is about is the bond of friendship that forms between these two men, which is suddenly cut off when the Syrian dude is like arrested for just like not jumping a turnstile, not even really, but it's like, well, he's in his country illegally, and you just kind of watch what illegal immigrants who aren't from Mexico have to go through.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, it's not really telling you anything new because the justice system is just bad from all sides. You don't have to be illegal.
I mean, we're talking about people who have been in Guantanamo Bay for 5 years and haven't done anything. So.
Yeah. It's just not something you want to get caught up in.
Yeah, no. I mean, and the movie takes a drastic turn from there because you think at one point it's going to be a movie about this guy having this life crisis, this old life crisis. You can't even call it a midlife crisis,
right.
and this guy's helping him get it out of it through the friendship and the bond that they form. But actually, like you said, it's a message movie because once he tries to get through that turnpike in the subway, he gets sent off to legal immigration. He's what would you call that? What does he get sent to? A detention center.
Detention center.
Yeah. Once he gets sent to this detention center, then the movie turns into a film about immigration, a process that we use to deport people, how long people are caught up in that system, like either send them back or let them go.
Right.
And so the movie deals with this guy Walter pretty much trying to get his friend out of this situation.
Now it almost turns away from that because when Tariq's mom comes to help him out, you almost see this romance starting to build between his mom and Walter.
Yeah, it's a nice subplot.
Yeah,
plus
it is.
Tariq's mom is hot.
She is.
She was. I mean, you got to be.
Yeah,
I'm always joking about having sex with older women.
No, for an older woman, she was actually pretty nice looking.
For Walter, shit, that
Oh,
might
yeah.
as well be Angelina Jolie.
That's
'Cause
true.
Walter ain't had nothing going on. Shit, but it's for me. Let me just get right down to it because we've been joking around. I honestly think that this is one of the best movies that I've seen this year. For me, it probably is the best movie that I've seen this year, as far as the drama goes.
I would agree with that, but I hate to say that about it because that's really damning it with faint praise. The year so far has been ultra shitty. You got to admit.
But then, by that
by
logic,
default,
then this is
the best movie.
But Richard Jenkins gives such a great performance in this movie. I mean, he's so subtle for most of it, and then when he has to really bring emotion and bring all that frustration to the front, because you can tell that when he's getting frustrated with Tariq's situation and he blows up about it, it's not just that. He's mad. He's like, damn, wife died. I ain't getting no ass. Fucking can't play the piano. I can't play the drums now either because they can't here to teach me no more. Fuck the system and fuck y'all too.
I know. I love that he's yelling at them like, don't you see what you're doing? Aren't you human? Man, you guys are cock blocking me. Come on. Let the kid go for Jesus Christ's sake.
Yeah, so, and then Tariq's mom comes up and he gets with her and he's like, fuck Tariq, I don't need to say about that no more. No, that doesn't happen. But I really think that this movie, it's a brilliant film. I really think early to say, but I really think that he gave a performance worthy of an Oscar nomination. I really do believe that he probably will get nominated for one. And I'm saying he's going to win because we don't know what's coming up.
No, he's given the brilliant kind of performance that it's going to be so sad that it'll be completely forgotten by the time Oscars roll
That's
around.
the sad thing about it because it is a small movie too.
Yeah.
I mean, this is me just doing wishful, hopeful thinking right
Is this
here.
made in America?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it is.
It all takes place in New York.
I would just say I really do think it's a brilliant movie because they could have came very heavy-handed with that message, and they did not.
True.
And it also works on several different layers as a drama. I'd wholeheartedly give this full price.
Yeah, I give it full price too.
It sounds like it had the wrong kind of aliens in it for my taste.
Exactly. Yes, it did.
You know what? That's what somebody should do. They should make a film about space aliens getting detained and going through all that to make their statement about immigration in America right now.
It's Men in Black 3.
Anyway.
Have Tommy Lee Jones tear down the flag at the end of the movie.